years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Bluegrass Sports Nation. Welcome to Kentucky High School Football as we begin our coverage of the Breathitt County Bobcats as they scrimmage the Sayre Spartans out of Central Lexington tonight at Meet the Bobcats night. I'm your color commentator, Evan Miller, joined by play-by-play analyst Rob Hounshell. How you doing tonight, Rob?
Pretty good, Evan. Looking forward to a good night. It's going to be a good scrimmage, as we were talking about earlier. Here we are once again to start the season out with the Bobcats, and Coach Kyle Moore spins the wheel on the schedule in the office and just decides to draw the defending 1A state champion for the first scrimmage of the year to see where the Bobcats stand. We've been here and done that before with Pikeville.
Yep.
But tonight, Sayre coming from Central Kentucky, as you mentioned, out of Lexington. Should be a good test for the Bobcats, and we'll see where we stand in a lot of different positions facing Coach Chad Pennington's team.
Yes, it should be a very good night for the Bobcats and a very different night compared to the scrimmage last week where they played Clay County. Clay County was more of a wing T team, didn't pass the ball a lot. So this is going to be a good challenge for our secondary and see where they stand at the beginning of this year.
Well, we've got a lot of experienced linemen on the front for the Bobcats on offense and defense, both. I think that's going to be one of the strong points for Miles Holland and the rest of the skill set. As we're sitting up here on top watching the Bobcats warm up down to the right, Miles throwing the ball around down to the end zone. Just a great looking quarterback. He's young. He played phenomenal last year for his age, and the young man has done nothing but get bigger and stronger in the offseason.
Yeah. The story for the Bobcats this year is obviously the seniors, but the classes coming up are just as good, and they're getting that experience in every year.
Yeah.
Especially with like a running back as good as Eli Thomas as well. With a lot of speed, very shifty, and he's just growing and growing more, especially learning from an older back group with Braden Barnett and Jaden Gibson.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. You talk about experience with the linemen, but I mean, you get to looking around the field. You talk about Braden Barnett, you talk about Gibby. It's just so many tools in the toolbox for the Bobcats this season. And with them changing districts and KHSAA shaking things up a little bit, it could be a really interesting season for the Bobcats, depending on how things fall for them in the W column. We could be right here at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex playing some playoff games in the postseason.
And every Bobcat fan hopes for that.
That's true.
Yeah. A lot of folks who may not have seen our schedule and will look at it throughout the season will notice that's very different from our schedules in previous years where we've maybe had a higher RPI schedule but tougher opponents. With the redistricting and the few changes in our schedule, we could have a some would look at it and say easier schedule, but you cannot take anyone for granted.
And we'll talk a little bit about that since we're not worrying about a lot of commercials here tonight. We'll share some of that with you fans. if you look at the Bobcats schedule, their first opponent on August 23rd is a very familiar foe in Middlesboro. It'll be a long trip over there that night, but I tell you what, Middlesboro always puts forth a great team. We'll see how that plays out this year. I know they've lost a lot of people, but Middlesboro also they always put their best product on the field. We come down through here and recognize names like Powell County, Estill. The game on September 12th is probably one of the games that jumps out to me. Hazard is really riding the wave with the new coaching staff. They've got a lot of excitement. They got a lot of build-up around the program. A lot of good kids playing there, and they've got some experience. So, you want to mark that one on the calendar, especially it's an away game up at Hazard. And then we bring back the Letcher Central Cougars. We'll be back here after that. Montgomery County down in Mount Sterling. We go down there to play them. We go over to West Liberty and play Morgan County. Got to make a long trip over to West Carter. It's probably been, I don't know if I can remember the last time we played West Carter, probably a playoff game. But it's been a few years. But now that we find them in our district. So, Jackson County, also a district game. And then a familiar foe for some Bobcat fans from a vintage foe, if you will, with Russell. Bobcats used to go head-to-head with Russell over the years, a lot of times in regional championships. I know in 95 we played them in the regional championship. Semi-state. So some familiar foes and some people we haven't played there in a long time. So be a very interesting schedule for the Bobcats and Coach Kyle Moore. We talk about, the Sayre team coming out of Lexington. We mentioned they were defending 1A state champions. Coach Chad Pennington. I don't know how many football fans we have listening in, but that name may be familiar, especially if you've watched any NFL and you know much about football guys that are Kentucky guys. And Chad came back to Sayre and has done nothing but improve that team and took them straight to a state championship. I mean, it's just phenomenal what he's done with that program. A great team, too. They've got a lot of good talent. But you put a coach like that at the helm that, doesn't ask anything but the best of his staff and of his players, and you're going to get a good product.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about their format tonight.
Rob.
I think you said they were going to do 2 quarters at first. Is that correct?
So from what I've heard tonight, folks, is different from other scrimmages we've had in Breathitt County. Instead of doing a 10-play where both teams get an offensive drive and switch up, they will be doing a game-like situation for 2 quarters, take a halftime break, come back and have the varsity maybe do a drive or 2, and then let the JV finish it out and maybe bring that varsity team back in once or twice more.
You have to bear with us tonight, folks. We've got a good roster for the Sayre Spartans with numbers, but the numbers for the Bobcats, I think we've got a few of them that are just wearing practice jerseys tonight because it is a scrimmage atmosphere, preseason type, if you will, here from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex.
Yes. Looks like our Bobcat captains from left to right are Kobe Bird, Waylon Abner, Sawyer Hall, and Carson Miller. Carson Miller is our speaking captain.
Looks like most of the linemen have their correct numbers on. We'll have to see how some of the skill players are dressed with their practice jersey.
I know last week it was a little difficult as some of the skill players had numbers that don't correspond to their ones they wear during the regular season.
Makes it hard to chase them down, but folks, you just bear with us. We'll do our best. The Bobcats have won the toss, and they will receive to open up the scrimmage. So both teams going to walk out onto the field. Coach Pennington and Coach Moore sharing some pats on the back. Both teams come out at center field. Look like they're going to share a moment in prayer. They all take a knee.
And we'll take a moment with them as well.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5502.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you. Call us today to learn more about opening an account. Experience banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. We're here for you. Member FDIC.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Hey everyone, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. Are you thinking about switching? Maybe coming back? Now's the perfect time. Try our free service or no-risk eSIM trial. No SIM card, no hassle, just instant access to the region's most reliable network. Because at Appalachian Wireless, we built our network for Eastern Kentucky and for you. Visit your local Appalachian Wireless retail location or learn more at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back, Bluegrass Sports Nation fans. Getting ready to kick off the scrimmage here at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex in Jackson, Kentucky. Sayre Spartans travel in from Central Kentucky down in Lexington to face the Bobcats. Sayre coming in with Coach Chad Pennington, defending 1A state champion. Evan and myself gave a little detail on both teams here in the pregame, and as soon as we get the referees set, we'll get this scrimmage kicked off. As Evan gave us a little information earlier, they will play 2 quarters to start things off, as similar to a game situation. A little bit different than what we've done in previous years with the scrimmage going 10 offensive plays and 10 defensive plays. They will play 2 quarters. I would suspect that I don't know the exact rules on how Coach Pennington and Coach Moore have discussed it, but I would expect that there will be some probably some whistles on dead balls as far as interceptions and so forth. I would expect that to keep people from getting hurt.
Yes, it's still the preseason. Week 1 starts next week, and you really don't want to get your guys hurt. Now, folks, once again, we want to remind you that the Bobcats are wearing practice jerseys, and these are not their numbers they wear during season. So, back deep, it appears we have John Carter Holland and Eli Thomas.
Carter over on the right hash on the Sayre side of the field, and on this side of the field we have Eli Thomas on the hash mark closest to the Breathitt sideline. Okay.
Folks, we have just been told we don't have a clock, so we will give you regular time updates as well throughout the game as Sayre is about to kick off.
Kickoff from the Spartans in the air, and it'll fall back deep. Thomas going to handle it from the end zone, and fair catch called. So the Bobcats will come out and start from the 20-yard line.
Yep. As we talked about in pregame, the Bobcat offense has a very dominant offensive line as they roster 4 very veteran and seasoned seniors in Waylon Abner, Sawyer Hall, Carson Miller, and Kobe Bird.
Those names very familiar to me. This same group of kids we watched walk on the field in Indianapolis a few years ago for the Lumberjacks, and that's good things happen when you got a group of kids, especially your core group that have played together that long. And Bobcats going to kick things off here on offense. Holland takes it, gives it up inside. Quick run by Thomas, pickup of about 9 yards down to the 39-yard line. So a good run by Eli.
Yeah, we commented on a few times, especially in Leslie County last year, how Eli had become more of a power runner instead of just relying on his quick feet and shifty ability to get yardage on the play.
He's north and south. Miles sits back. Holland throws short to John Carter. Carter going to be run out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Bringing up last year, again, that's also a play we saw a lot of. Quick screen. The Holland connection was very strong last year on those types of plays.
Yep. A lot of experience coming back from those two, too. John Carter going to be a big tool for Coach Moore on offense. Give back in the backfield again to Thomas. Breaks a tackle around the 45. Drives up to about the 47-yard line before he's brought down. Got a good push past that first tackle.
Sure did. Now, Rob, I know we also mentioned it preseason or pregame, but the seniors are a big story this year for the Bobcats.
Yeah, we got a big number of seniors, and Give in the backfield this time to
Jaden Gibson.
So Jaden's going to knock it over into the Spartan territory. He'll go to about the 46-yard line.
We mentioned seniors, and one gets the ball.
Yeah.
Jaden Gibson is more of the power runner for the Bobcats. A good yin to the yang of Thomas's quick speed.
And Gibby that time actually makes it up to the 45, pickup of, but they're going to mark it at the 44. He really had to work for that one. He broke a couple tackles. But like you said, mentioned the seniors, and Gibson comes in with two big runs for the Bobcats. Holland brings Thomas over to his left now, takes the snap, sits back in the pocket to throw. Plenty of time up front. Rolls out to the right, over at the hash. Looks back down the field, throws it deep to the end zone. He's got a man down there. Incomplete. Nice pass by Holland, and it looked like, is that Jason that's coming back up the field?
That was, yes, Jason Combs.
Yep. Wearing number 11 tonight. Like we mentioned earlier, folks, some of the Bobcats may have on a different practice jersey here in the scrimmage.
Looks like number 22 and number 8, Adam Spencer and Jagger Burton have tagged in for the Bobcats.
So Holland on the give, but we've got a whistle and a quick flag. False start on the Bobcats. Who they called it on. Jagger Burton looks a little frustrated.
Yeah, a little miscommunication on the first play with the subs in there.
So ball back to the 49-yard line in Spartan territory. Miller with a snap, give in the backfield to Thomas. Drives, lowers his shoulder, pushes it up to about the 45.
I know I've already touched on in this drive some, but he's really improved in his power running over this offseason. He looks like he's gotten stronger as well, which is always something you want to see in the running back as he moves out to the wideout position.
The whole team on the skill side of things for the Bobcats looks like they've been chiseled out of stone over the summer. I just got to be honest with you. 10 minutes now on the clock here in the first quarter scrimmage. Holland going to be pushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right from the hash, throws short, pickup of a first down. I believe that's
Adam Spencer.
Yep. And that'll be a first down for the Bobcats on a nice little short throw over to Adam, pickup of about 10 or 12 yards, just enough for the first. I think it was 3rd and 11 at that point.
Yeah,
after the penalty, they had brought it back up.
Many people call that the money down now because that's where you make the big plays and whatnot, and they converted.
Holland give in the backfield to Gibson. Gibson dances up the middle, still on his feet, brought down at the 25-yard line. So another big run by the senior, Jaden Gibson.
I feel like we'll see a lot of that this year, Rob. This is already looking like it's going to be a two-back field all year, which is great because you get your speed guy some rest and you get your power guy some head thumping. It's going to be a great year for that Bobcat backfield.
Nice pass again from Holland over to Spencer. Spencer with the reception. Going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 15. Looked like he was at about the 14-yard line when he made the catch, and going to ride him out of bounds just around the 15-yard line. But it'll move the chains, so another pickup of a first down for the Bobcats.
Bobcats are really dominant this first drive, pushing the ball down the field very well.
Well, 9 minutes on the clock, and I was just going to make note for the fans to keep an eye up front for those starting linemen up front. Keep an eye on those guys. Give in the backfield.
I believe that's
number 44. I don't know who that is. That Barnett?
Yeah, I think that is Braden Barnett.
Braden Barnett takes the handoff in the backfield and just shy of the 6 points, but the Bobcats rush things back to the line of scrimmage at the 1-yard line, try to punch this one in. Miles on the keeper, and Holland is in the end zone for the Bobcats with 8:54 on the clock. Bobcats strike first here tonight in the scrimmage, and like you said, they look pretty dominant on offense.
Yes. Well, like we've said all night, that offensive line helps a lot. That's just 2 back-to-back run plays where they just pounded it real good and got it in the end zone.
Yeah, great show of speed that time in the backfield, and Bobcats moving it around a little bit. 3 different ball carriers, 4 if you count Miles on the keeper in the end zone, and Miles on some completions Also, there on that first drive, the kick is up for Spencer, and it's good. That'll make your score 7-0. I think that one was good. No good. Look good for here, but I've got this post in the way too. So.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have a press box with AC, but not a very opportune viewing area with the many poles.
Well, when you have one of the only canopies in the Eastern Kentucky, you got to take your wins where you can, and I'd rather be in the dry and not get wet every game.
Yeah.
We do have to throw a shout out to Jeff Patrick for getting us the AC here in the press box, though. The young man has done a fine job getting air conditioning installed. So 8:54 on the clock. Bobcats up 6-0 on Sayre. And the Bobcats will line up the kickoff team from the 40-yard line.
Yep.
Wyatt Spencer,
Yeah, that's Wyatt Spencer.
Sitting the ball on the tee.
Yeah. I know we didn't really touch on it during the drive, but that offensive line for the Bobcats is really good. I know we stated in the beginning they have a lot of experience, but let's also mention their right tackle, Tatum Skidmore.
Yeah, Tatum, young man, the only one of that crew that maybe doesn't have the experience level that they have, but the young man for his age is just a phenomenal athlete, great size, great strength.
Yes.
And he's just a specimen. He's came over and talked to our young kids a couple times, helped out with lumberjack practice this spring, and he's gonna be okay. He's got enough size behind him. I think he's gonna take care of a few people up front.
Yes, and the good thing about him is he's still young and he has many more years to gain experience.
So the defensive front for the Bobcats, you spoke about early, the three guys that any coach would not want to try and block.
Yes, Carson Miller, Sawyer Hall, and Waylon Abner.
Yes, there's three guys that, even on a double team, one of those guys is going to come up and make some big tackles. And they did last week against Clay County.
Yes.
Sayre breaks one for a first down, first play off the line of scrimmage around the left end. I believe that was number 2, if I can see correctly from here, from my vantage point.
There's a good run play from the Spartans as well. They are, once again, the defending state champions. So in this scrimmage, they're going to get a few big plays on the Bobcats. And about a 13-yard run is a pretty big play for the first play of the drive for them.
Brock Kaufman, number 2 on the carry. And if we go back in the stats from last season, Brock Kaufman was actually the leading receiver for the Spartans. And he led the Spartans in scoring.
Run from the Spartans. Number 3, what was his name, Rob?
Number 3 is Caden Jones.
Caden Jones. Folks, you'll have to forgive us. We,
there's another, if you want that.
Thank you. Folks, you'll have to forgive us. We don't call the Spartans so often, so we really don't know their name, so you'll have to bide us some time while we figure out who's who.
We'll get used
to it. And it appears we have a player here on the field. While he's down, we'll take a commercial break.
We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. Are you thinking about switching? Maybe coming back? Now's the perfect time. Try our free service or no-risk eSIM trial. No SIM card, no hassle, just instant access to the region's most reliable network. Because at Appalachian Wireless, we built our network for Eastern Kentucky and for you. Visit your local Appalachian Wireless retail location or learn more at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza. Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5502.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
So the Spartans move the football over into Bobcat territory. Ball sitting on the 48-yard line after the injury. The Sayre player able to get up and walk over to the sideline. They'll get him checked out. Spartans come back offensively in the gun. And the defense gets set for the Bobcats. We were talking about the linebackers there during the break. Little pitch in the backfield. Nice hit, but break the tackle. That is number 2, the young man we talked about, Brock Kaufman. Looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield by Spencer, but he was able to shake the tackle. That's why he was the leading scorer and leading receiver for the Spartans last season.
Brings up a 3rd down and short for the Spartans as Alex Strong and I believe John Carter Holland made the tackle on that play. Really good speed from Kaufman as he takes the end around. Jaden Gibson made a good effort to get back there, but just couldn't finish out the play.
Is that who made the initial contact?
Yes, same Gibson.
So Spartans come back to the line of scrimmage. They got trips right, 1 receiver to the left.
The Bobcats have gone to a single backer. No.
22 in motion will take his man all the way over to the hash mark. Fake, screen pass over to the left side. Tripped up around the 40, we'll say 46. I'll see where they mark it. They're going to set it down at the 46.
Yeah.
But it'll be enough for a first down, I believe. Won't it? Or they? Oh, guess not.
Huh.
I thought they picked up about it. Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Yeah.
Is enough for the first down. 2 receivers each side now for the Spartans. Defense set, 1st and 10 for Sayre. Give in the middle. That's number 3, and he's tackled immediately by Waylon Abner right at the line of scrimmage. You're not going to get past that guy when he beats his blocker.
No, you're not. That's one of the better Bobcat defensive linemen. Not saying that they're all not good, but Waylon Abner is an absolute stud.
Well, a lot of times your defensive linemen are players that are going to sacrifice themselves, so your linebacking core is coming up and making tackles. And I think that's going to be a little different this year for the Bobcats. You're going to hear those 3 names a lot.
Most definitely.
For Breathitt.
Have a lot of speed and a lot of strength. Any offensive lineman, from my experience, is worst nightmare. Defensive line shift a little bit.
Man in motion for Sayre. Comes back inside. He'll be the blocking back. A keeper. A little pitch over to number 5, and that's a design play. Little RPO. Quarterback could have kept it if the defensive back had came up at the right position. He pitches it off to the wide out.
Very interesting play from the Spartans. Back comes with the probably the NFL experience of their head coach, Chad Pennington.
A lot of motion and a lot of options there for the quarterback. Bo Perry, you see that time Perry had blocking back come in motion up inside. Looked like they were going to run it with Kaufman again. Or Jones. I think Jones was the back that time for Sayre. And Perry pulls it out, passes it over to his wide out. A few little options there for them.
So far, looks like a very big option team.
They got a lot of size. They got a lot of size in the receivers too.
It's a very well-built team.
Easy to throw it up. And we got a flag. Delay a game, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, delay a game on Sayre, so they'll walk this one back 5 yards.
Brings up a Brings up a 3rd and long for the Spartans. I would expect another. But I wouldn't say I would expect the option to come right now. But they've had a lot of success on it, so maybe a longer route with an option play at the end of it.
Under center now for Sayre. Pitch and backfield. Loses the ball and still loose on the ground. Still loose, bouncing. Bobcats signal when they picked it up, and it is a signal by the referees, recovered by Alex Strong. So good hit in the backfield. He looked like he lost the handoff at the mesh point, and then the hit came from the defender, and the ball still loose on the field, bounced through 4 or 5 different players before Alex Strong with the Breathitt Bobcats comes up with it, and we'll switch things out. Bobcats will come out on offense, and with 4:37 on the clock, they'll go back to work from the 45-yard line.
Just to touch on that, the defensive side. Alex Strong has really come to his own now. He's been moving to inside linebacker. Last year, he played a lot of cornerback as Eli Thomas gets the ball. And it has a very good run for about 6 yards.
6 yards, yeah.
But
see where they spot it.
Yep, about 6 yards. But back to Alex Strong. He played a lot of cornerback. The Bobcats wanted to go in a different direction with his playing time, so now he plays inside linebacker, and he's been like that since, I want to say, the beginning of playoffs last year, as we have a flag on the field.
He's really developed a lot at that middle linebacker spot, and he had the speed to play corner, but as other players came in and developed and they got to looking at Alex, and just being the defender that he is and the downhill speed, he's just a perfect fit in the linebacker core for the Bobcats, and great to see Alex in there getting that fumble and picking it up, making things happen for the Breathitt defense.
Yep. As a Bobcat fan, you love to see it.
Holland takes a snap, sits back in the pocket, looking, rolling left, going to be flushed out of there by 2 defenders and brought down around the 50-yard line. He's rolled up, so loss of 5 on the play. They'll come back, and it'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, it looks like Miles had trouble finding someone to be open, which is something you expect with some of these more central Kentucky and northern teams, as those teams have a lot more speed and their skill are a lot more, skilled.
Well, you sit and think about it. A lot of times when the Bobcats are going to passing leagues, they convene in central Kentucky, and you bring in 50, 60 teams to a passing circuit and, playing 8, 9 different fields. Give in the backfield to Thomas. He breaks it open down the left sideline. 1 man to beat, and he takes it into the end zone.
Awesome.
Eli Thomas with another huge run.
Awesome play by Eli Thomas on the reverse, just to get that ball, find a hole, and turn on the Jets.
I think that's one thing we're going to see a lot of this year. We talked about the versatility of Eli and Jaden Gibson and the different facets of running the ball that both of them bring. And that time, Eli just lowered the shoulder, came through that first wave of defenders, and found the sideline, and down the left set of numbers he went with 3:22 on the clock. So the Bobcats go up 12-0.
Excellent run by the second-year Bobcat.
So Holland in the backfield, and we'll get a
timeout
for the Bobcats.
We'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5502.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Welcome back, Bluegrass Sports Nation, as we continue the football action as the Bobcats go for 2.
3:22 on the clock. Bobcats up 12-0. Holland in the backfield gives to Gibson. Sayre Spartans hanging on to his jersey, and they keep him from getting in right around the 3-yard line. So the 2-point conversion fails with 3:22 on the clock. Your score 12-0. The Bobcats over the Sayre Spartans.
Good effort from Gibson on that play, but just he got swarmed real fast and just couldn't push on through to the end zone.
I kind of feel like, the Spartans have got enough offensive tools. They're kind of just sitting back, feeling things out right now. But defensively, maybe they've got a little questions over there they're talking about. I don't think they really have an answer for Eli right now.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you for our area, when you have a running back, you expect him to be more like Gibson, more power.
Yeah.
Maybe not the quickest, but then you have someone like Thomas who is just so shifty, so fast. I mean, we've seen it a few times tonight where he can go from playing running back to receiver.
Yeah.
And it's just like nothing changes.
Young man been turning heads and breaking ankles since he was in middle school.
Oh yeah, he's going to be a very fun player to watch over these next few years. And he's just a sophomore, Rob.
Referee's out there congratulating him right now, talking to him about the great run he just had. Kickoff team lines up for the Bobcats, and that's something that we'll give you some more information on as the season goes through and we get the correct numbers on our players. We'll give a rundown of everybody that's on the kickoff teams and our special teams, a very important facet of the ball game, and you don't overlook special teams because it'll get you beat.
Nope. That's what Coach Shorty Combs always said. Special teams is an important part of the game too.
Wyatt Spencer with the kick. He angles it over towards the sideline. Going to be picked up by Sayre right around the 30. We'll see where they spotted at. Looked like he was back to about the 30-yard line there.
I believe they're calling the special teams plays dead.
Are they?
Yeah, trying to limit injuries.
They're going to spot it on the 30 anyway, yeah.
Looks like the defensive line is swapped out. Have a few more subs. Waylon Abner stays, goes to nose guard. I believe out there to the right is Chris Sizemore, and then Kobe Bird, number 52, lines up on the other side.
You are correct. Chris Sizemore, Kobe Bird in. Abner at the nose guard.
Yes. Chris Sizemore is a player I don't know a lot about where he's a younger guy, but he seems to be stepping up and doing very well this year.
He played really good in the scrimmage. I heard some good things about him coming from Clay County. Going to give in the backfield to number 3. That is Jones, and he's going to be brought down around the 33-yard line.
Looks like Alex Strong came down and made that tackle. Maybe had a hand in there from Adam Spencer. Once again, kind of hard to make the call with a big old pole in my way. Ain't that right, Rob?
That's true. Jones is a small, shifty running back for the Spartans. If you look at the line across the front for Sayre, and we talked about this early in the pregame, and some that we talked before we went on the air, they really look a lot like Beechwood up front. You got a lot of guys that you could just move around, put in different positions, and you got to bet that just about every one of those guys can snap the football.
Yes. And on top of that, their offensive line looks very athletic too, which is what you see from more of these central and northern Kentucky teams.
We got a timeout. I believe that's coming from Sayre back here, and
we'll take that with them.
Yeah, we'll take it with them. Be back in just a minute.
Holbrook Equipment, located just off the Mountain Parkway in Campton, Kentucky, has been your hometown construction and agriculture equipment dealer since 1981. When you're looking for quality, dependable, and efficient equipment, Holbrook is where you can find it. Proud dealers of Kubota, Hyundai, Vermeer, and Lampride equipment, Holbrook prides themselves on matching each customer's unique needs with the equipment that will serve them the best. Come see them today and visit their website at holbrookequipment.com or give them a call at 606-668-7261.
All right, folks, we are back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex during the timeout. 2:31 on the clock here in the first quarter in the scrimmage. Bobcats up 12-0 over the Spartans. Coach Chad Pennington for Sayre decided to take a timeout and talk things over with his troops over there, Evan.
Yeah, timeout is very good thing for a team. It's a good time for them to come back together and probably group up. They've had a few struggles here, especially with a fumble last drive that ended up being a scoring drive for the Bobcats. So trying to tie their offense back together for this drive.
It's like the front defense came back, starters for the Bobcats. Different quarterback, almost picked off.
I believe
that's on the Sayre sideline.
Jason Combs almost comes away with a pick.
Jason Combs going for the diving interception, just misses, boggles out of bounds. Got a different quarterback in the backfield for Sayre, too. That's number 10. That's Luke Pennington. That is the son of Chad Pennington.
Mm-hmm. So far, that Bobcats secondary has looked really good, but Sayre really hasn't thrown the ball as much as we thought in the pregame.
Well, they got Luke on one and Gage on the other. So I guess Luke is still, maybe that has to be a different number. This is last year's, I bet. Yeah, that's
2024.
That's 24, my bad. Let's get rid of that one. That one was there for some last year's stats.
Ooh.
Long pass down the field, bounces off
the
shoulder pads. That was number 2. That was the running back coming out of the backfield. I don't see him listed on this roster. I had been giving him the name from last year, which was Brock Kaufman, but he's not on this roster, the new roster for this year.
Yeah. Once again, folks, we do apologize that we're not used to calling the Spartans, so we have a little trouble with their names.
It's a hard time of the year. There's not much information on KHSAA online about the team, and at this point in the season, during scrimmages, you're pulling off numbers and names that may or may not have been there the last year, especially the way, kids transfer this year. It's hard to tell what number and names going to be on what jersey.
Yes, Sayre elects to punt as Adam Spencer receives the ball. Once again, as me and Rob have figured out throughout this scrimmage, they are blowing special teams plays dead. I think recently it's been revealed that a lot of head injuries result from special teams plays, so they're probably limiting that during the preseason to make sure no one gets hurt.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see a number 2 listed on this updated roster.
And I think from what I've heard, Brock Kaufman may have been a senior last year and graduated.
I would venture to say so, because he was their leading receiver and leading scorer, and I gave him a lot of props in the first quarter already, but I think he's already graduated and gone on. I apologize for that. Hopefully we can get the young man's name here before we carry on.
We have a 4th ball carrier as John Carter Holland gets the ball, but can't do much with it on this play as he's swallowed up by Spartan defenders.
Swarmed by a bunch of Sayre Spartans that time, 4 or 5 defenders, and we got another player down for Sayre.
Looks like we may have 2 hurt. We'll take a break, though, and we'll be back with you in a moment once these players are off the field.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, East Kentucky Chiropractic, and Quantum Healthcare. We want to be your medical home of the mountains, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, x-ray, lab, transportation, case management, sliding fee scale, and 340B drug pricing. Little Flower Clinic, 279 East Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m., 487-9505, and Quantum Healthcare, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 436-0711, or visit our webpage, kymha.com.
Everyone is going to leave this world. Don't leave your loved ones with the burden of your final expenses. At Breathitt Funeral Home, we offer low monthly payment plans for prearranged funerals and cremations that lock in the price. We offer direct cremation for only $13.95 and full-service funerals for only $5,400. Allow our family to serve your family and receive the personalized, dignified, professional care that you and your loved ones deserve. Breathitt Funeral Home, premium service at an affordable price, when only the best will do.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Football time in the mountains, my Holcomb Athletic Complex. The Breathitt Bobcats hosting the Sayre Spartans here in second scrimmage of the year. Bobcats up 12-0. 1:50 on the clock left here in the first quarter. Bobcats offensively have been able to run the ball up and down the field with 3 or 4 different backs, and also using the passing game as we've seen Miles Holland throwing the ball, some short yardage situations. Once he had a real good pass there early in the first quarter, went incomplete.
Looks like the Bobcat offense has been stunted so far this drive as they have had no gain the past 2 plays.
And as you say that, John Carter Holland with a nice reception up around the 43-yard line, and that'll move the chains for the Bobcats. First down.
You know what they say. You speak and sometimes it goes against you. And that's not something I'm going to complain about. A good play by the Bobcats. And that was John Carter Holland on that play.
Yep.
We mentioned it before. The Holland to Holland connection was very good last year and looks to be very good this year as well.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Holland with Gibson and Thomas to the left and right. Snap from Miller, give in the backfield to Gibson, breaks through the 45 up to about the 47-yard line, almost up to the 50.
Yep.
We got Braden Barnett coming into the game for Eli Thomas.
Yeah. We've mentioned it before with Jaden Gibson, good power back, but something he's developed over time, and he's starting to look more like his brother with it too when he played, is he's just able to find that hole good and hit it real hard and fast and able to get 4 or 5 yards of play.
Yeah, he's a downhill runner. When he lowers his shoulder, he's good for another 2 or 3 yards on the defender. In the backfield to Braden Barnett. Barnett pushes it up to about the 50. I think they'll spot it at the 50 with forward progression. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 3 yards.
Braden Barnett is a player we hope to call the name of a ton on offense this year. He's just a very fun person to watch. Calls back to that older era of football where he's just a pure power back, shoulder down and run through someone.
And you see it once again as he gets it up to the first down. He's drove back by a number of Sayre Spartans, but we'll see where they spot the ball, and it's
first down Bobcats.
On the shoulders of Braden Barnett, the Bobcats pick up another first down.
No. Yep.
20 seconds.
And as Rob just said, Bobcats get that first down with 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Run the clock.
First down and 10.
Okay.
10 seconds. Looks to be ticking off the clock.
14 seconds. Looks like the middle light is out.
The clock's out a little bit.
Yeah. 18 looks like a 10.
So the Bobcats will let the time tick off, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Bobcats up 12-0.
Mm-hmm. Bobcats look very good this first quarter. They're able to run the ball well and get some good passing plays off as well, Rob.
Yeah, offensively, they've looked really balanced, and they've one thing we talk about in a lot of games is discipline and the way that the team executes. This team is executing, Evan, up front. The line is getting their blocks. We only seen Miles get flushed out of the pocket, a couple times there. He had to get out of there real quick. But so far, they're executing well and playing a very good team defensively in Sayre.
Yes. And not only to mention that, but a very clean game so far.
Yes, very.
Up front, no penalties. A few on the skill here and there, but so far just a very clean, very well executed game by the Bobcats. Let's see if they can carry that over to a second quarter of play.
We'll take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
And we're back live at my Holcomb Athletic Complex as we begin the second quarter of play for Meet the Bobcats night.
Offensively, the Bobcats bring in a bunch formation, 3 receivers bunched in on the left side of the line, and give to Thomas around that left end, and going to maybe pick up a yard, judging by where the sticks have been placed on the marker.
So far, the Spartan defense has picked it up a little bit here and there. They're getting some good plays off right then and there. They were able to get around the blocks and draw Thomas to the outside and have their outside guys make a good play.
2 receivers now to the left for the Bobcats. 1 receiver over on the far sideline. Barnett in as a blocking back and give in the backfield to Gibson. Gibson, big hole up the middle.
Yes.
Up to about the 35-yard line. So another good run by the senior, Jaden Gibson.
Great block from our senior center and left guard, Sawyer Hall and Carson Miller, as they took down that defender and gave that hole to Gibson.
Got to give props to the line up front. That's for sure. Big guys making it happen.
Hard not for me to do as 2 ex-offensive linemen.
Yeah, we talk about them a lot. I enjoy that part of it. Holland sits back in the pocket. Went deep and he didn't make the pass on the pump, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield by number 11 and number 44 of Spartans.
It looks like a good defensive play, and then they were able to come around, have a few, maybe a stun or 2 in there, and have the protection collapse.
Yep.
And just get a good sack on the play.
Same set looks like so far this time. Holland and Burton receivers to the left. Combs to the far sideline on the right. Give in the backfield to Gibson. Gibson again, another big hole. Shakes 1 tackle. Makes it back up to about the 36.
Took about a
36, 37-yard line.
Yeah, good 5, 6, 7-yard run from Jaden Gibson.
Almost back to the original line of scrimmage after the sack. Be 3rd down and about 11.
So for the folks who don't know, we've covered this senior group for forever, and it looks like Jaden Gibson has retained some of that speed he had in middle school.
Yeah.
Over the last few years, he's become that power back just because he got a little bit heavier with weight and muscle. Now, so he shed some of that, and he's got to be a quicker running back.
Holland flushed out of the pocket, chased out of there. He's going to make the throw towards the sideline. And chased out of there by number 1, defender for the Spartans.
Yes. Good pocket awareness by Miles Holland, though, to get out of there and throw that ball away and keep from a devastating sack on 3rd down.
So on 4th and 11.
So the Bobcats like to go for it.
Steve Thomas, Kyle Moore, and Coach Holcomb talking about it. The Bobcats will go for it. Barnett, the blocking back just to the left beside Holland. Holland sits back, rolls out to the left, looks from the 40. He's going to throw it across the field in the end zone. It's going to be caught.
Wow.
Adam Spencer with a catch in the end zone.
An absolute dime from Miles Holland as he drops it perfectly into Adam Spencer's hands.
Rolls out to his left, comes all the way up to the 40-yard line. Marker on the side of the field, throws back across the field. And Spencer with the reception at midfield right in the end zone with 9:30 on the clock here in the second quarter. That'll put the Bobcats up 18-0.
4th down gambit pays off for the Bobcats in a big fashion.
Well, you know, there was 3 minds out there that were talking about things. I was talking about Steve Thomas and Coach Holcomb and Kyle Moore. I wonder which one pulled that play out of their pocket, but
I'd be interested to know.
That was a great pass for Miles and a great catch by Adam Spencer. The hold. Brother White puts the boot to it. The kick is up, and that one is good. That'll make the score 19-0, 9:30 on the clock.
Good drive from the Bobcats. Had a few ups and downs where they battled against that adversity and punched right back and came away with 7 points on the board.
They did. They fought back. You made a good mention. 4th down play. Bobcats stick it in there. Nothing to lose on a scrimmage and just a great show of offense here for the Bobcats as they're up 19-0 over last year's 1A state championship Sayre.
That comes back to what we were talking about when we came back from break, how this team is executing very well. They're playing very clean, and they're playing very tough right now.
What I really liked about that play was that whole slew of lumberjacks down there in the end zone that just went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
When Adam Spencer made that catch. Brendan Miller down there right now taking photographs of them in the end zone. It's great atmosphere.
You absolutely love to see the younger kids get involved, celebrating with the older guys, and it's just great because then they see that and they want to be that when they get older.
Speaking of getting older, I was in the Lumberjacks when you were playing with them. It's still there, too.
Oh, yeah. You've been a lumberjack for what, 10 years?
12. I'm not counting.
North Fork Lumberjacks is a great youth program for the kids of Breathitt County and some surrounding counties as well if they choose to come and play. I know we've had some Wolf County kids in the past.
If a county locally doesn't offer football, then we'll for sure take them in and teach them the game and get them to learn how to play. We don't make our living off of taking players from other teams, especially if that county offers football in the youth atmosphere.
Yes.
Good kick by Spencer, going to be taken in. Dropped. And over around the 30-yard line by number 22 of Sayre.
Yep. But Rob, while we have some time, go ahead and keep talking about the Lumberjacks.
Well, we got a real interesting team. The third and fourth grade and the fifth and sixth grade both introduced here tonight out on the field. Got a great coaching staff. Shorty Combs has come back to help coach on the fifth and sixth grade team, as well as Daryl Deaton, coached the middle school last year. Bradley Hall helping them out. So that's an all-star lineup of coaches right there for the 5-6. The 3-4 team got a whole slew of coaches. We were kind of making fun of them earlier because they had so many guys out there with them. But Coach Hayes, Coach Fisher, Coach Smith, just Coach Abner, just a number of people that are spending their time and making the sacrifice for these young kids in this program to get them a start in football. Great defensive effort for the Bobcats that time.
Great.
Number 13.
That's Austin Barker. He makes a great tackle coming up and reading that play very well and just stopping it before any yards kick gain. But
it did not fool him, and it was a great open field tackle in the backfield.
Touch on the Lumberjacks one more time. It's a great program. It builds a great continuity between, because most of our programs follow the same scheme, so it just builds great repertoire and great camaraderie with the kids who do play.
Yeah, it gives them a good chance to start early and create those bonds early and play together. Pass across the middle of the field goes incomplete for Sayre. But this will be a really interesting year for us. Both of these teams are really hungry. I feel like compared to last year, our youth program's 100% better as far as talent-wise. Our kids just came in hungry, willing to learn. And they've put in well over a month of practice and been going hard at it in the heat, and just really proud of them. They got the games going tomorrow at the Cottle Middle School down in Richmond. We'll be traveling down there tomorrow morning to play down there on their field in the King of Kings Bowl. So that'll be interesting. We'll try to update everybody on that score next week when we're back on the air here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Yep.
Sayre quarterback throws short pass over to the left side. And I think
looked like Alex Strong made that tackle. Yep.
Bobcats with 8:43 on the clock, still up 19-0 here on this second quarter of this scrimmage. Pretty good crowd came out tonight. Most of the lower section here in the stadium is full. The upper section with some empty seats, but a great turnout for Meet the Bobcats. And in case you guys are just tuning in or maybe missed that, we didn't cover the Meet the Bobcats, but that's something that we do every year. Coach Moore brings in, as athletic director, brings in all the fall sports, introduces the volleyball team, the cheerleaders, all of the golf team, as well as the middle school program, and introduces our lumberjack program and our youth program.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity for some teams that might not get the same attention as a football team, for them to come out here and get recognized by all the fans.
Pretty interesting, too, to stand here in the box and to look down and see some Hazard football players and some athletes walking through. Maybe catching up a little scouting time here early on.
And never hurts to come see your opponents real early in the season, see how to develop throughout.
That was somebody I told you earlier as we were talking about the Bobcats schedule. I think you want to circle that one on the calendar, because as the Bobcats travel to Hazard to play up there this year, new field, new stadium. They got a great atmosphere going on with the Bulldogs right now. New coach, Coach Chandler, really got the attitude picked up for that Bulldog program. They got new facilities. So mark that one on the schedule. That's one you guys don't want to miss.
And as we come back to the action on the field, Eli Thomas with a great run, gets about 6 yards on the play. Real good run, real powerful run as he lowered his shoulder and got pushed an extra 2 or 3 yards.
2 receivers to the left, one back just to the left of Holland is Gibson. Give inside to Gibson, right up the middle. Good block. He's going to stay on his feet up to about the 45-yard line. So another first down courtesy of Jaden Gibson.
Another great run. Breathitt seems to be really riding that running game right now, which is something a lot of Bobcat fans have been wanting to see since last year. Of course, behind that offensive line, it's hard not to run the ball.
Yeah, a lot of coaching staffs would love to have the offensive line that we have. You got good size, you got good strength, and all of them have speed. You see that time Tate Skidmore able to run that guy off Miles Holland.
Mm-hmm.
And that's playing tackle, left and right tackle. That's a hard position for a lineman. Mm-hmm. You got to be really quick because if the best player on that defensive squad is not at your middle linebacker making that call, then he's sitting at that strong side end probably.
Yep. And it's also, that's where you get the defense's quickest guys. Like you said, you'll have a linebacker going to get you sometimes. It's just a very hard position to play on the offensive line, one of the harder ones, as every position on the offensive line is quite hard. It's a very grueling position.
Give up the middle to Eli Thomas, breaks a tackle up into the secondary and picks up another first down for Eli. As he'll get it over into Spartan territory up to about the 42-yard line.
And as we touch on the offensive unit, the running back unit's also very good. A coach would beg to have runners like Jaden Gibson and Eli Thomas as they find the hole well and hit it hard.
Been pretty neat, too. We've watched them get a break and bring Braden Barnett in the backfield. So,
and also get John Carter Holland involved on a few plays.
Carter Holland is in there, too.
Just as I say his name, he gets a quick screen thrown to him and picks up about 3 yards on the play.
6:45 on the clock. Your score's 19-0. Bobcats up over the Spartans of Sayre. Barker will come off, and Burton back in for the Bobcats. You're going to get me used to these practice numbers, and then
it's going to mess us up big time next Saturday.
Then they'll put the real numbers on. Gibson up the middle, going to bounce forward for pickup of maybe 3. It's maybe 2 yards. Yeah. So 6:05 on the clock here in the second quarter. Like we mentioned earlier, they will have a halftime session.
Yes.
And then we'll come back out and they'll do some different things. I think we'll see some JV players come onto the field and they'll get a little action tonight and get to play and maybe do a 10-on-10 series with some JV.
Mm-hmm. Bobcats are running a few different plays tonight. They were more pass-heavy last week against Clay County, but now they seem to be pushing the ball.
Barnett up inside had Gibson as the blocking back. Looked like Barnett was almost down, but the ball was knocked loose, and Sayre will recover the fumble. So the Sayre offense will come onto the field with the recovery. 5:35 on the clock. And Sayre with a little life in them now defensively, and let's see if they can carry that over to the offense.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Rob. I was about to say that the Sayre defense needed something to make them come alive, and they just got it. This could be what they need to.
See, your dad's a smart guy. That's why he put us up here together. Read each other's minds on the commentary. Sayre Spartans come back out, and it looks like they've got, I think that's number 10 back in the backfield again for the quarterback. He's not as big as the starter. Number 3, that is Caden Jones on the carry.
And a good run from him. Picks up about, I want to say 6 on the play.
Yep. Caden's a senior for the Spartans. I was trying to give you a name for the quarterback, but I don't see number 10 listed on the roster. Give up inside again, and that is the same running back, Caden Jones, and he's over on the left side, still on his feet, taken down around the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. He's slow to get up.
Another
good sportsmanship there by Adam Spencer to help him up.
And the Bobcats take a timeout. We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-282-5200 272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Very successful first half of football, Evan. We still got 5 minutes left here in the second quarter, but fans, welcome back. It's 19-0 your score here in the scrimmage between the Bobcats and the Sayre Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
As we made mention, Chad Pennington, the coach of Sayre, it lost a lot of seniors last year. Had just a phenomenal year as they went undefeated to the 1A state championship. And Coach Pennington with a lot of football knowledge and a lot of finesse and sack in the backfield for the Bobcats. Burton.
Looks like Burton and Carson Miller got on that one.
Miller. Well, Carson getting his name in the lights here tonight with the quarterback sack.
Looks like he loves the light down there with that one glove. Looks like Michael Jackson.
Something we don't talk about much, too, is the number of kids that play both ways for the Bobcats. And you've got 3 guys up front on defense right now that are starting linemen on the offensive side of things. And
it also looks like we have returning Bobcat Chris Neese playing nose guard right now. For those who don't know, Chris took a year or 2 at Perry County Central, and now he's back with the Bobcats to finish out his high school career.
Chris coming in at nose guard. We'll see what he can do on this play. Good to see Chris back on the Bobcats in the blue.
Carson Miller shot through the gap.
So Carson 2 for 2 here in the last minute of the game, 2 sacks.
Yes. For those who don't know, Carson is my little brother, so I see him develop all the time, and I'm very proud of him. Over this offseason, though, he has lost a lot of weight, so he's gotten
a lot quicker.
Yes, a lot quicker, a lot skinnier, but he seems to retain that strength and that dominance he had last year as he plays and gets 1.5 tackles back to back.
He's one of those smart guys, too. Governor, scholar.
He claims to be.
Claims to be. So Carson, Chris Neese, and Waylon Abner across the front for the Bobcats. 3 of a kind. Can't go wrong with those 3 in your hand. And the quarterback going to be flushed out of the pocket for Sayre. Comes over to his right. Going to have to tuck it. He throws it across the field, and we got a flag. Who did they throw that on?
Appears it's going to be on Braden Barnett. Probably a late hit as it looked like he drove the quarterback into the sideline.
You know, it's hard to.
And looks like we have another flag thrown.
You get emotional and you get started playing. You're going after the tackle, and so the penalty will go against the Bobcats. We talked about the clean game here in the first half, and Bobcats a little too aggressive that time defensively, and that'll bring up first and 10 all the way down from the 41-yard line in Bobcat territory with 3:15 on the clock before the half.
We were talking about toughness earlier and fighting through when stuff isn't going your way. So let's see if the Bobcats can bounce back from that play and see if they can get a good result this play.
Yeah, defensively, you got to let that one roll off your back. That's what you like about football. You let the bad plays go and play the next one. On to the next play, and this time that is Jones on the carry for Sayre. Young man's done a fine job coming out of the backfield. He reminds me a little bit of Eli as far as size goes.
Yeah.
But he's really took a beating back there tonight, too. He's every play that he's ran the ball, it seems like he's had 3 or 4 defenders there for the Bobcats there to make a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback.
Nope. Go ahead, Rob.
Sits back in the pocket. Going to make almost picked off by Jagger Burt. Wow, he had the hands on it.
So close. That would have been a home run ball, pick six.
That was a pick 6. He had about 60 yards in front of him to get to the end zone and just couldn't hang on to it.
Yep. The Spartans walk away from that one that close from having a turnover.
We'll know. Well, you would have had that one been gone with it, wouldn't you, buddy? 2:18 on the clock. Defensively, the Bobcats trying to step things up after the penalty, and we got a flag. It'll go against Breathitt High.
Yep. Looks like the side judge is calling it offsides.
Yeah, it's a good chance for the referees to get out here and get a group or 2 together. And, probably some young referees, too, that need to hone their skills and work with some of the older guys. So 1:53 on the clock now here before the half.
Spartans would seem to pick it up this drive. get a few calls in their favor, and they're able to capitalize on it as well. A few good plays.
Deepest they've been in Bobcat territory from the 29-yard line. They're past the 30. So we'll see how this goes. Defense gets set for the Bobcats. Snap, back to the quarterback. Give to Jones again. Jones up the middle. He finds Chris Neese. And Neese going to be there for the tackle.
Looks like he had a little assistance from Kobe Bird as well.
Yep.
Looks like Chris went high and Kobe went low.
Looks like is that Combs coming out, 66?
That looks like
that
is Jaden Gibson coming out. Our defensive line is Kobe Bird, Chris Neese, and Waylon Abner.
Starters back in. High snap.
Ooh.
Quarterback handles it, but he's stumbling, chased out of there, makes the throw, and the pass is caught back at the line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line, but the tackle is made by Barker, and we got another flag down here in the backfield. It's a shame that we're going to throw the penalty on this play. So we're going to get a personal foul on the Bobcats, and
looks like even a sideline warning on the Bobcats too.
Lumberjack coach, part-time Bobcat coach, Shorty Combs out there trying to tell the story, but the referee wants to hear none of it. So with 1:20 on the clock, the Laundry has come back out on the field, and the Bobcats will march it backwards. Looks like a clean play. Pretty much everybody up here in the box.
From this angle, it's a clean play, but looks like the referee saw something else.
But like we always say, we don't wear the stripes, they do, and they're always right. It does no good to argue with them. Chris Neese back in nose guard, Waylon Abner at one tackle, and Colby Bird, I believe, at the other tackle.
Looks like Braden Barnett and Austin Strong in the backer positions. It's like Bird has moved over to
Bird's nose. Yeah. Chris goes to tackle in the backfield. Goes to the left, a little pitch over the 10-yard line, still on his feet. And it'll be brought down around the 5-yard line. I couldn't see the running back's number that time. It looked like number 5.
Yeah, number 3 looked like he took a fake.
5 is Hampton Monday, another senior for the Spartans.
Good play from the Spartans as quarterback read that play and took that guy leaking out and got him for good yardage as their second in inches.
48 seconds on the clock. Looks like the quarterback slips, and the ball going to go down about the 4-yard line with 44 seconds on the clock.
Does appear to be enough for a first and goal for the Spartans, though.
Spartans trying to make something happen here before the halftime and take a little momentum into the locker room with them. Chris Neese will come out, and looks like we're getting a quick timeout here by the Bobcats. We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Welcome back, Bluegrass Sports Nation, to Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. The Sayre Spartans have found some life on this drive as they are now first and goal on the deepest they've been in Bobcat territory all night, Rob.
Yeah, we made mention they continue to drive the ball down the field, and they, courtesy of a couple penalties by the Bobcats too, and a couple of whistles and some yellow laundry helped them out there a little bit. But Sayre marching it down the field, sitting on the 4-yard line. The quarterback takes the snap, giving the backfield to Jones. Jones going to march across the end zone for the first score for Sayre with 40 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter before halftime. That'll make your score 19-6. You just feel like the Spartans had a little bit more momentum that whole drive.
Yes.
And, I would say that the Bobcats were playing less focused, but maybe just a little bit more loose on defense, and got picked up a few penalties there and that helped them out.
Taking the words right out of my mouth, Rod. That happens all the time where players get a little too excited, try to make a big play, and they end up getting flag thrown on them here and there.
Yep.
And that really has changed the momentum, like you said, and has allowed Sayre to capitalize on it and put possibly 7 points on the board if this kick is made.
And kicker in for Sayre, holders number 14. Place kicker puts the boot to it. It's up and looks good. It is. Number 32 is the kicker. Let's see if we got that number on the roster. That is Carson Graves, also another senior for the Spartans.
Just like the Bobcats, it seems like some of the better players for the Spartans are also very senior, a very senior heavy team is what I'm saying.
So the Bobcats will get ready to line up their receiving team.
Mm-hmm.
Spartans will bring out the kickoff team, set up the tee.
Bobcats will have a very small amount of time to try to capitalize, but we've seen them score fast before.
Yeah, you put Holcomb and Moore together, and both of them thinking like a quarterback. They liable to step up and throw it down the field, with a 2-touchdown lead in a scrimmage game. You're probably going to come out and see what's possible with this 40 seconds. It's be a great time to kind of pull out some 2-minute plays that you might put in your 2-minute drill and
while
see what you can do.
While also keeping it very vanilla. You also don't want to put some stuff out here. Like we said, there's kids from Hazard here.
You don't want to show too much too early.
Yeah, you really don't want them to see what you have.
Yep.
So, yeah, it looks like the Bobcats are about to receive the kick. Looks like Eli Thomas and John Carter Holland are deep for the Bobcats.
Three seconds on the clock here before the half. The same kicker, it was the place kicker, on to kick the kickoff, number 32.
Carson
Graves. Bobcats waiting on the kick. Here it comes. Sends it back to the end zone. Going to be received midfield. Back in the end zone by Thomas. Fair catch made, and they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good leg for a high school kid. Can almost put it in the end zone.
Yeah, good kick.
Yeah. It's a dime a dozen nowadays in high school ball. Usually you see kickers more like ours, not saying ours couldn't put it in the end zone, but we like the more strategize on.
Yeah, we'll send it to a sideline or send it to a particular player.
Coach Shorty Combs, our special teams coach, loves his squib kicks.
Offense comes back out for the Bobcats now. Chris Neese in it's a big set on the left side. Neese want to get the block up inside, give to Thomas, and we got a flag in the backfield.
Looks like it'll be a hold, but that harkens back to when I was playing and we had a big set in.
Yeah. You get to looking at the line and you look at the tight end position, and it's being filled by the big number 74, Chris Neese. You call that the heavy set. Offense is going to bring the ball that side, at least try to get everybody to line up over there. You get a big-time blocker in there instead of a tight end. Bring another offensive lineman in.
And you'll more than likely not see a lot of run plays out of that. It's maybe a trick pass play here and there.
It's called the heavy set for a reason.
Yep.
Back in there's Chris Neese. Snap again to Thomas. Thomas off his blockers up inside. Going to bring it up to about the 29-yard line. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage, if that's where they spot it. And, they're going to set it down at the 29-yard line.
Well, like we were saying, the Bobcats are keeping it very vanilla tonight. This is the most, that and the reverse are the most out there things we've seen so far tonight.
2nd 11, 8 seconds on the clock. Give in the backfield again. And going to be brought, loses his footing. That's
Kylan Combs
on the carry, and that'll bring us to the halftime session of tonight's scrimmage. We'll take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Daniel Boone once said, "Heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place." We think he must have been talking about Wolfe County. When some places button up for the winter, Wolfe County, Kentucky is putting out the welcome mat. Our miles of hiking trails greet you whether you're wearing running shoes or hiking boots. If you'd rather go vertical, our climbing options challenge visitors from all over the world, even ice climbing when the conditions are right. Without the lush canopy of summer, you can see for miles across our beautiful Appalachian hills, to our natural arches, rivers, and lakes. Legend has it there's treasure buried in Wolfe County. We can't swear there's buried treasure, but we can promise when you visit Wolfe County, you'll discover our true treasures are the people who call this part of Kentucky home. Warmer, more welcoming folks you won't find anywhere else. You may arrive as our guest, but you'll leave as part of our family. There will always be a place for you at our table and tasty homemade food on your plate. Wolfe County has many gorgeous cabins, country inns, and Airbnbs waiting for you to rent. After a full day of adventure, you can sit by a relaxing fire or take a dip in a hot tub. Take a little bit of our unbridled spirit home with you. Our artisans have been featured at museums around the country, but they get their inspiration for their craft from right here at home. Come and see for yourself why Wolfe County, Kentucky is a little bit of home and a lot of adventure.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Everyone is going to leave this world. Don't leave your loved ones with the burden of your final expenses. At Breathitt Funeral Home, we offer low monthly payment plans for prearranged funerals and cremations that lock in the price. We offer direct cremation for only $13.95 and full-service funerals for only $5,400. Allow our family to serve your family and receive the personalized, dignified, professional care that you and your loved ones deserve. Breathitt Funeral Home, premium service at an affordable price, when only the best will do.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5502.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you ready to find your dream home in the heart of Eastern Kentucky? Hi, I'm Alyssa Evans, your forever real estate agent. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, I'll guide you through every step of the way. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. Call me today and let's get started.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
And we are back here in the intermission session. Got about 3.5 minutes left on the intermission clock here at halftime. Holcomb Athletic Complex playing host here in Jackson, Kentucky to the Sayre Spartans. They came to town to try and compare to the Bobcats and see how the Bobcats compare to them. And I tell you what, a pretty good matchup. First quarter offensively, the Bobcats just looked to be clicking on all cylinders. I tell you what, Coach Moore with some great running backs. We talked about all the guys in the backfield. Miles able to get out of the pocket and throw the ball down the field. A huge 4th down conversion touchdown for the Bobcats. And just a lot of things going right for them tonight. We did make mention that this team looks to be executing two big things that we've noticed. The execution level has been turned up a notch, and they're playing smarter. There's not been as many penalties from the linemen or an offsides type penalty. Yeah, defensively they were playing a little loose and got some personal foul penalties there, but that's neither here nor there. We won't discuss the referee call on the.
Yeah, most definitely, Rob.
Like I said, they're always right, and we're not.
Yeah, but so far what the Bobcats have shown us has been so good. For the Bobcat faithful, this is what a lot of us have been waiting for. And we've mentioned it a ton of times, this senior group coming in. This is what we've expected from them, is for them to come in, execute, and play very well. This group has a lot of expectations behind them. And so far, just watching this scrimmage, they've lived up to most of mine that I had.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of make a checklist early in the season, and you don't, knowing who we had coming back at what positions, there wasn't a lot of question marks on what holes to fill and people to do what job. We kind of knew who was going to be where, but there's always that question. This day and age, especially in mountain football in Eastern Kentucky, your numbers are always an issue, and you kind of wonder, who's going to play here if this person goes down, and you don't want an injury, but you always worry about that. And so far, the Bobcats have had people coming in at different positions here. We're going to talk more about that here in the second part of this scrimmage, as we'll see some JV action come in with some of our younger players. But so far in the first half of this series, if you will, they're do some things differently here in the second part. But this first half of action, the Bobcats have looked like they're right in tune. They've had a good summer, good workout. We made mention of the skill players, and that's the only way I know to describe them. Those guys look like they've been chiseled out of stone over the summer. All of them's been in the weight room. You made mention of the linemen like Carson, even cutting weight, losing some weight, getting quicker. And it's evident they're playing much faster to the football on defense.
Yes.
And that makes you better mentally and helps you perform better on offense too.
Yes, and I will say where I am the brother of a current player, I get a little bit more insider information.
Oh yeah,
And so far, the consensus of this offseason going into this season was to play fast.
Yeah.
The Bobcats have gotten rid of most of the things that people have seen as normal. They've changed their play system a little bit, and they've even gotten rid of the wristbands for the most of the players. I'm not sure if even the offensive linemen don't have the bands anymore. I'm sure Miles will have one for his play calling purposes, but the Bobcats have gone to almost like a college system where they go to the sideline to get their plays.
Well, and it's evident that we talk about these guys playing together for a long period of time and that making a difference. And it is a brotherhood. It is you learn each other's tendencies, you learn each other's responsibilities. Not only do you know your position on the field, but you know the guy next to you, you know the guy next to him. And that goes a long way on the offensive line side of things. And we talk about the linemen a lot. But I tell you one thing I really like when I look out there is the defensive side of the football. Everybody has experience, and everybody is strong at that position. They know what they're doing. They've been there for a while, and they look coachable too. This team looks like they're really taking to some of the wrinkles and the things that Coach Moore and the coaching staff has thrown at them.
And I think this picking up some of those other defensive coaches as well. With Coach Holcomb coming back and helping out the Bobcats full time, you get coaches like Coach Cornett coming back, and you also get Doug Back taking over the defense.
Coach Back's been a tremendous help. TJ Fraley, Steve Thomas out on the field with them right now.
And our baseball coach as well, Coach Justin Combs, is helping with our linebackers and whatnot. This year, the Bobcats have put together a very good coaching staff to get these boys what they need.
Coach Kelvin Hernandez that coaches the middle school, he's out here helping some of the high school guys. You know, we made mention Shorty Combs is out here. He's leading our guys to Richmond tomorrow with the Lumberjacks, and he's out here helping coach them up and work with the special teams. It's a tremendous coaching staff, and you go across the names, you can't leave out Casey Allen, you know, as he works for the linemen, and
Coach Jeremy Moore as well.
Jeremy Moore, and of course Josh Barnett. You know, those guys a lot of times are spending time on the box looking like we are, from up top looking down, telling them what they need to work on and who's doing what in what position.
It's almost like the coaching staff mirrors the team. They're executing very well, and they have great pieces. Also, going back to sides of the ball, the defense has really stepped it up so far this year that from what we've seen. In the past, a lot of Bobcat players and fans and coaches probably noticed our defense has been our weakest spot. We've had a few games where it was just a pure shootout to try to win. But this year, it looks like our defense has found their rhythm and found the correct positions the players should play in and where they get their mojo.
Well, it's important for this team to be able to tackle.
Yes,
we've had some years when we lacked and arm tackles don't get the job done, and it's important for this team to cause turnovers and to be able to be opportunistic on that defensive front and to make turnovers and to get the ball back and let the offensive unit come back onto the field.
And a good example of that we've seen tonight was when the Bobcats retrieved that fumble. And if I am not mistaken, that was the drive with the fourth down touchdown?
Yeah, it was. We've had two really close throws by the Spartans that came really close to being picked off. One of those by Jagger Burton, and the other one I think was
Jason Combs.
Jason Combs on the other sideline. So both of those guys defensively making some things happen. And they'll get their moment. That's what this scrimmage is all about. You're starting to see those flashes of greatness in different positions, and you're starting to see people come up and step up and make plays, and that's what you want to see in this kind of environment and in this atmosphere. And those guys will get their moment. You'll see them. We'll have some big calls coming this year, and you'll hear the Jagger Burtons and the Jason Combses and those guys making plays on defense.
And like you've said, that's what we like to see is just everyone stepping up. You see it a lot in our defensive line rotation. Kids like Chris Sizemore, who maybe hasn't gotten many chances before, has really stepped up and played this year. And now he's getting varsity time. And that's all across the defensive line because most of our guys are both way players. And you need that defensive line rotation to get your starters on the offensive line some breathing room. Or breathing time.
I didn't make it over to the Clay County scrimmage. I don't know if you went, but I didn't get there. And I heard some people say we scored 5-6 times and pretty easily. Clay County always has some good size and usually has some good speed. And not to take anything away from them, it is mountain football. I'm sure that their numbers are probably down like ours are, but it's still mountain football, and you have to respect a Clay County team that has always been a tough-nosed football team. But Breathitt went over there and pretty much, had their way with them the other night.
That was the consensus.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say it was a very high-scoring affair, and Clay County did not put up many points.
Wyatt Spencer with another kick, and he'll boot this one back to about the 25-yard line, and it'll be picked up and brought out to the 30, spotted on the 30-yard line.
Looks like the Bobcats or it looks like the scrimmage is still going to be within maybe a drive or two, still timed and downed, or they may have changed their mind and want to play a whole game. You never know.
We do have some different JV players onto the field right now. I see some different numbers. You got Waylon Abner and Sawyer Hall and
Carson
Miller back up front.
Yeah. So, this looks like our starting defense.
I was thinking there was a couple numbers, but now that I'm looking back out there, it looks like all the
practice
starters
are very confusing.
Yeah. So Sayre gets set back in the backfield. Quarterback takes it, gives back again to, I think that's Camden Jones. Is that name right?
But a great play by Jagger Burton as he just knifes down inside and makes the play in the backfield.
Jagger's quick, and if he tunes in defensively, he's going to be great for the Bobcats.
Leads to no gain on the Spartans.
Jones on the carry.
It leads to no gain by the Spartans.
It's our Executive Vice President, Elizabeth Miller, in here giving us some orders. She's keeping Darren straight. Thanks to Darren for being here to produce this for us tonight. Sayre comes out of the huddle. Jones back in the backfield. Man in motion for the Spartans. Snap in the air, give in the backfield up the middle. Bounces off and pick up of about 6, maybe 7 more yards. Looked like Waylon Abner had it by the jersey, and he was able to spin out of that one. Jones is a good running back. He's able to make a lot of people miss the tackles.
That was a good play by Jones, staying on his feet, keeping his balance, and making the most of what could have been a bad play for the Spartans.
2 receivers each side for Sayre. Snap, a little high, brought down. Jones flip, and he'll go down in the backfield with a loss.
Even if Jones didn't slip, it looked like he was going to get lit up by Braden Barnett, though. He was there.
Barnett was in tow, and he was right in front of him when he went down. I think he was trying to make the cut to get away from Barnett when he slipped and went down. So
had to be a scary sight for Jones because Braden Barnett is not a
4th and 4, quarterback with the ball, and he's going to take it into Bobcat territory. Ball comes loose. I think they'll say he was down. Spartans on a 4th down conversion, pickup of big yards, and a 1st down for Sayre.
Good play from the Spartans if they're attacking the run like that. Pull out the option and see if you can gash them with the quarterback. See if they're overcommitting to the running back.
Then brought the ball back to the 48-yard line. Bobcat territory, 1st down for the Spartans as they'll go back to work. And I cannot see the quarterback's number. I think it's number 10.
I do believe it is number 10 as well, Rob.
2 receivers to the left now for Sayre. Got a pulling lineman run up inside for Jones, and he'll be tackled for a loss. Maybe a loss of a yard.
Bobcats doing a real good job.
Another flag on the play. Play'd been over for 4 or 5 seconds, looked to me like, when the flag came out.
Possibly a few words after the play.
We're still waiting on the signal. Did they just pick the flag up and put it back in their pocket? Still talking it over back here. Sayre's going to come out of the huddle. Ball spotted back at the 48-yard line.
As we begin this play, Sawyer Hall has been subbed out for Tate Skidmore as the Spartans take a timeout. We will take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
Weird shit.
Bluegrass Sports Nation, we are back. Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex, 9:35 on the clock here in the third quarter. Bobcats enjoying a 19-7 lead over Sayre. Offense for Sayre, short pass across the middle, and it's caught. Man up the middle of the field's number 22, and he's going to be tackled at the 10-yard line after a big pickup for the Spartans.
Good pass by the quarterback, put enough touch on it to get it over 3 Bobcat defenders.
Yeah, threw it right over their outstretched hand. Number 22, Chance Anderson, the junior defensive back and receiver for the Spartans with a reception right up the middle of the field. Big pickup, first down for the Spartans. They go back to work. Give inside. No, quarterback keeper. Little shuffle pass, and he's going to be tackled immediately.
Yeah.
No gain on the play. Probably a loss of yards, maybe 2 or 3.
Looks like the Bobcats are picking up on some of that option play trickery that the Spartans are using.
RPO.
Yeah.
9 minutes on the clock. Spartans get back in the huddle now. Defense awaits. Looks like we still got Abner, Hall.
That's actually Tayton Skidmore at those.
Skidmore at those?
Yeah,
I couldn't see the leg braces from here. Yep, Tayton at nose. Quarterback rolls out, throws, and to the corner of the end zone for the score. Nice rolled out to his right, straight to the sideline, looked at the corner of the end zone, found his man, short pass. Touchdown is good for the Spartans. That'll draw them 6 points closer, 19-13 with 8:24 on the clock.
Looks like the Spartans are riding off that momentum they gained in the second quarter and coming into this third, and really just using that to hoist another soon possibly 7 points on the board.
So the place kickers comes in for kick is up, and it's good. And that'll make the score 19-14.
Looks like some good scrimmage action here. Okay. Folks, Rob's got to step away for a little bit. So. Huh?
Well, that's sorry.
Good drive by the Spartans on that last drive. Like I mentioned earlier, they are really drawing from that momentum they gained in the past quarter, past half, and use that to ride that into another touchdown.
Just had to take care of some lumberjacks, Evan. That's okay.
No, you're good.
They're fine.
You're good. Did my best to entertain the crowd.
Well, sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Heard that. Well, Rob, as I was saying before you were coming back, the Spartans did very well to keep the momentum they gained last half and use that to put more points on the board for them.
Just answering some quick messages here about our coverage tonight. Appreciate everybody listening in, watching us on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Spartans are prepared to kick off the Bobcats. Once again, it looks like John Carter Holland and Eli Thomas are deep. Holland is to the Spartan hash, and Eli Thomas is to the Bobcat hash.
Yeah, I'll probably take a quick break here at the end of the third, just try to sneak out and check on all my young players and the folks that are volunteering down at the concession stand. I want to say special appreciation to all those parents down there helping with their lumberjack concessions here during the scrimmage. 8:24 on the clock. 19-14 your score. Bobcats still up on the Sayre Spartans. Spartans with some big momentum, as you mentioned, Evan, after that touchdown there right at the end of the first half.
That's right, Rob. They've carried that momentum well. Let's see if the Bobcats offense has been potent all night can come back and put points on the board and answer to that score the Spartans had and put some points on the board for themselves.
8:24 on the clock. Bobcats march back out on the field. Miles Holland, your general at quarterback.
Braden Barnett joins him in the backfield as looks like I think that's Jason Combs and Jagger Burton.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Holland going to throw it across the midfield. Got a man there, almost picked off by the Spartans.
Very close call for the Bobcats. That ball almost
went right through his hands. Clock number 25. Let's look and see if we got that number listed here. Yeah, number 25, Will Moore, another senior for the Spartans.
Close call for the Bobcats.
Well, Holland had a lot of pressure in the backfield, too. That was quite a long time for him to hold on to the football back there. Good protection for the line up to that point. Give up inside, and Thomas breaks this one at the 40, at the 50, across midfield. Lowers the shoulder, and he's going to be brought down around the 32-yard line. What a carry by Eli Thomas as he scampers into the Spartans' side of the field and deep into territory now, courtesy of Eli Thomas. Bobcats go back to work.
Speed kills, and Eli Thomas has a lot of it.
Bounces to the left, and he's going to be brought down just past the 30 up to about the 29. So Thomas comes back with another short gain.
Let's go back to that run, though. That was a very good run, and they needed it right then and there.
Yeah.
Thomas, once he broke past the line of scrimmage and using his shiftiness, just got past 2 or 3 defenders and made an awesome run.
As we've said before tonight, great blocking up front to open the hole for Eli. He had plenty of choices on where to go. Now to give in the backfield to Kylan. Kylan Combs still on his feet around the left. He's going to be taken down around the 25, maybe the 26-yard line.
Colin Combs is such a good player as well, and it's so good to have him back because that's another versatile back and a great safety.
Great defensive player, too. Colin is going to do a great job for the Bobcats and kind of a utility guy. He can fill in so many places defensively and offensively for the Bobcats. Up inside for Gibson. Lowers his shoulder. Colby Bird grabs hold of him and tries to drag him forward another yard.
The helmet comes off.
Sayre player has lost a helmet.
Bobcats are playing very tough right now. Even when they that brings up a first down for the Bobcats as they keep this drive rolling. Had a little stunt on that passing play where it was almost intercepted, but they come right back in the running game with Eli Thomas. Puts them close to the red zone now.
Holland goes back to work in the backfield, gives again to Thomas. Tackled immediately near the line of scrimmage.
Another short run for Thomas. Once again, trying to hit the hole very well, but looks like some of the Spartan defenders are there.
Good thing I had another one.
Miles Holland in the backfield with Jaden Gibson to his left. Okay. Folks, I'll take over for a minute. Rob has to run down to the press box as the pressure gets to the Bobcats and Miles Holland goes down. Looks like there's a flag in the field. Looks like it's in the area of a hold. See what the call is. Okay. Butthead appears to be talking to Chad Pennington on the Spartan sideline. Looks like it's against the Bobcats. Play is declined. It will put the Bobcats in a 3rd and long situation. Okay. The Bobcats like to take a timeout after big loss in the play. We will take that with and be back shortly.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. The Bobcats are in a 3rd and long situation. So they're in the 2-back. Oh, toss for the ball. Dances around. And a great catch by Jason Combs as he runs to the end zone, reaches out, and just excellent throw, excellent catch. Miles Hall had an awesome pocket presence, stepped up when he needed to, and threw the ball downfield to Jason Combs. What a great play by the Bobcats to put more points up on the board. That makes your score 25-14 with 5:48 left, and the kick's coming up. Looks like we may have a Bobcat injury. My producer's telling me he believes it's a cramp. We will cut to commercial and be right back once they have it sorted out. All right, we're back after the injury. Looks like the Bobcats are setting up for the kick. That's number, I think, 20. Can't say the number from here, folks. I apologize. But that's Wyatt Spencer. And the kick is good. That makes your score 26-14 with 5:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Great drive from the Bobcats. Faced a little adversity on that one play. Hold on, folks. Looks like our head coaches are meeting at the 30-yard line. A little discussion here. We might see some JV action coming up here soon. Forgive me, folks. I'm talking to my producer real quick. I think it was they were going to do one drive with the varsity and then with the JV play. Yeah. So we'll see what's going on here, folks. You never know. It is a long drive back to Lexington for the Spartans. So we'll see what happens. I just got word that they will. Yeah, looks like the JV's taking the field. I will apologize, folks, though. I do not know everybody's names, and where they're in practice jerseys, I do not have their names on the rosters. So I will do my best to call, and we'll see what happens. But Bobcats varsity looked very good tonight. Put up 26 points against the defending Class A state champions. Looked very dominant. Very good run game. Passing game had some shining moments too, with 2 deep balls to both Adam Spencer and Jason Combs. Looks like we're having the JVs line up right now. Coach Casey Allen is the head of the JV. It's great to see the young guys out here playing, getting their opportunities under the lights, especially against a big team like Sayre, who has had very recent success in the state championship. Looks like the Spartans have prepared their JV as well. And looks like the Bobcats will start on defense. We're not sure if the JV is going to keep score or not. I think I heard some of the scoreboard guys earlier mention they did not plan on keeping track of time or score, and I do believe they may go to a 10-play method of scrimmage. We'll see as the play unfolds. Quarterback calls for the ball, handoff, and the Bobcat defenders absolutely swallow that play. The two tackles just came down and stopped the play right in its tracks. Good play by the Bobcat defense. So it does appear they are going to, I don't know if they got the down and distance out. Sorry, folks, me and my producer are discussing what we think they're doing here. We had the clear pass by the Spartans. Caught the catch. Ball's caught, but the receiver falls, so it will be at the 39-yard line. I'll see where the official spots. Yep, right 39-yard line. And it will be 3rd and 11 for the Sayre Spartans. Sayre goes up to the line. Quarterback is flanked by the running back to his left with a wide out to the left and two receivers to the right. Puts a man in motion. Calls for the ball. A good route, but it's absolutely stopped by a Bobcat defender. Only about, say, about 6 yards in the play. More like 4 yards, actually. We'll bring up a 3rd and long, or a... Sorry, folks. I do believe they are doing the 10-10 now. What that means is the Sayre JV offense will have 10 plays, and then once their 10 plays are up, the Bobcats will have 10 plays. Or the Bobcats JV will have 10 plays. So I think they're on play 5 now. Play 4 or 5. It's a man in motion. Toss on the sweep. And number 8, a fumble on the play. And they're calling it Bobcat ball. Great play by two guys who played during the varsity section is Chris Sizemore and Jagger Burton. Jagger made the tackle, and then Sizemore came around and also hit the runner, which caused the fumble. Great play by the Bobcat young guys. We'll bring up play 6 for the Bobcats, I think, or the Spartans, I think. Quarterback calls for the ball. Keeps it. And defender is stopped after a short gain of about 1 to 2 yards. It's like a gain of 1 on the play by the Spartans on the short screen pass. It's like a running back to the right, 2 receivers on either side. Quarterback drops back. Multiple Bobcats there, but receivers able to break a few tackles and fight for the first down. Folks, I think we're on around play 8, maybe 7 to 8, some play number in there. If they are doing the 10-10, we'll see here in a moment. Quarterback drops back again. Goes deep. Wow. And looks like the receiver interfered with on that play. Looks like he'll bring up a first down. Yeah, it'll bring up a first down for the Spartans after the penalty yard is tacked on. Play was incomplete. Pass was incomplete. Spartans JV putting together a good drive right now. Had a few hiccups here and there, but they're taking their chances where they can get them. Spartans come to the line. The quarterback's flanked to his right by the running back. There are receivers, 2 receivers on either side. Quarterback calls for the ball, steps back, rolls out to his right, and the receiver makes a sliding catch. Brings up about a 5-yard gain for the Spartans. We're on play either 9 or 10 right now. If we are doing the 10 and 10, which I would assume after the turnover, the Spartans only have 1 to 2 more plays left. Spartans come back up to the line. Quarterback's flanked to his right. Looks like they're in a heavier set with stacked over to the right and 2 receivers to the left. Quarterback drops back and just overthrows the receiver. Welcome back, Rob Houndshell.
Good to be back.
Good. Hope I did a good job, everyone. Rob had to go take care of some concession stand matters as the Lumberjacks were taking the money.
Next time I have to walk up all them steps, give me a minute before you ask me how I am.
Sorry. Yeah. Folks, we're sorry, we weren't exactly counting the plays as we should, so this should be play 10 right now. Spartan offense has put together some decent drives, but got stopped earlier on, and now they have put the ball into Bobcat territory. Let's see if they can capitalize on what should be their last play.
It's a JV out there now?
Yes. I think they're doing 10-10.
Yep.
Sorry, folks. Have to fill in Mr. Houndshell.
I got to catch up. You have to give me a minute to catch up breathing wise and action on the field wise.
Well, they. Ooh, nice snap.
Nice snap, and defense covers it. 2 guys, Johnny, on the spot there on a high snap. Quarterback able to get on it and get it down.
Okay.
15 plays.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I look like they're going to flip maybe this time. Still got defense on the field, though.
Folks, we're sorry for the confusion. We're not quite sure what's going on right now.
Well, it is a scrimmage. So
yeah.
All rules don't apply.
And nothing more fun than a August scrimmage.
Yeah. 3 good-looking guys on the front 3 there for defense of the Bobcats.
Yes. Mentioned earlier, but Chris Sizemore from the Varsity section earlier returns to play a little JV. So he has to start position at JV tackle.
Casey Allen out giving some signals to the JV defensive squad now.
Mm-hmm. Coach Allen does a good job with the JV guys, getting them
met immediately at the line of scrimmage. A big tackle for loss.
Good play by the Bobcat JV defense.
Nose guard, I believe.
Yes. But as we were saying, Coach Allen does a really good job preparing these guys for their JV games, and also for the few that also have some varsity playing time, he does a good job preparing them as well.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time not just on the field with these guys, but in the classroom during the week, and he's a mentor for a lot of the Bobcat players on this football team.
Yes, it's always good to have a coach who's a teacher you can go to and talk to if you need it.
Offense set for the Spartans. Takes a snap, sits back, throw from the pocket, and tackled as soon as he made the catch up at the 45-yard line.
I believe that might be, it looked like number 22, which could be Adam Spencer, but I could be wrong. That might have been his brother Wyatt Spencer because it looked like he was celebrating after the fact.
Well, it looks like Alex Strong out there playing end right now, too. Could be wrong.
No, I believe that's number 61.
I couldn't tell from here.
Yeah. Once again, folks, we are unsure of the names of these players. We apologize for that, but we do not have a roster with the numbers.
Quarterback rolls out to the left, throw to the sideline here in front of the Bobcat fans, goes incomplete.
Just a tad overthrown.
We've actually got some jerseys that are same numbers of varsity players that were out there too. So that's, scrimmages are hard. They're difficult for us commentators just due to the fact that the numbers we have to call out and numbers aren't on the roster. And some of these jerseys have probably been around for 15 years. So that's why they're called practice jerseys. Some of them don't have numbers.
I actually believe those are the jerseys we got back in 2019. So
fresh 3 players on the front for Bobcats this series. 5:48 still on the clock. They're still doing the 15 and 15 plays, or the clock doesn't matter right now. So
no.
Rec takes a snap, sits back in the pocket, looks left, goes right. Throw, short pass over to the sideline.
Incomplete.
Going to be ruled incomplete. I think he caught it, made the catch, but he's out of bounds when he made it.
Seemed to be that way, Rob.
Nice catch, too. Going out of bounds.
But the zebra, as they're called, said no good.
Yeah.
But the Bobcat offense is going to take the field now.
Who made the decision to turn the air conditioning off in here? Seems like it went from Alaska to, just averaging. I appreciate that. It felt nice in here early. It was nice.
Coach Casey Allen gets his guys in the huddle and discusses a play with Coach Jeremy Moore out there as well.
Coach Moore going to walk out on the field and listen in to what's going on.
Both Coach Moores are out there.
Yeah. Good to see Jeremy Moore in the huddle with these guys. They really look up to him, too. He's one of the best linemen to go through here in this program, and it's good to see him coming back, giving back to the kids. They all look up to him.
Mm-hmm. He's also been with some of the seniors since their days in middle school.
Days in the Lumberjacks in middle school. Give in the backfield. Running back going to take it up to about the 46, 47-yard line before he's brought down.
Great run by the young Bobcats. Great effort, too, as well, pushing the ball after contact about another 3 or 4 yards. Gives us about a 6-yard gain, 8-yard gain.
I guess the only way to alleviate this whole scrimmage issue, maybe we'll think about this next season, is to go out on the field before the game if we have time and talk to some of the coaches and get some names and numbers for some of the JV kids. Be easy to do for our squad. It might be difficult for the opposing team.
Yes.
To get all of them. Giving the backfield again. It's number 23, and he's still on his feet over into Spartan territory, number 29.
29, sharing the number of a previous Bobcat from the year before, Corey Combs.
Combs boy jersey.
Yeah. He's running like a Combs boy right now.
Great night of football here on the riverbank as we open up Friday night lights here for the Bobcats. Starting things out with this scrimmage here at home. They went to Clay County last week and were pretty successful in the things they learned in the scrimmage and successful on the scoreboard too. And once again here tonight, they've executed well on the varsity side of things. And the Bobcats look to always have a lot to learn, but look to be in good condition to start the season.
Also a great night, not only for the gridiron, but every other Bobcat sport as they were ushered in this evening to be introduced to all the Bobcat faithful.
Nice catch.
Meet the Bobcat Nuts.
Nice catch by the receiver, number 22. That I believe that's Adam Spencer. Spencer with a good reception and stayed on his feet and took down right around the 35-yard line.
Something we may not have touched on during the varsity section of tonight, but Adam Spencer has developed very well over the past few years as well. He's grown a little bit. He's become a really good slot receiver for the Bobcats. He made a very good catch earlier tonight after Miles Holland put a very good ball, had great ball placement, dropped just an absolute dime in his hands for a deep touchdown earlier on a fourth down.
You talk about Adam developing, and I'll brag on 3 or 4 guys here real quickly. While this JV team, if you're watching another quarterback on the field for the Bobcats throwing it up, that might be Jake Fugit. I'm not for sure, but I don't know what Jake's number is, but that might be Jake Fugit.
That is Jake Fugit. I remember asking after the JV section of the Clay County scrimmage.
I had to walk in the den a couple times here during our lumberjack practices, and one evening I walked in and Jagger Burton was in there just doing some cleanup, throwing some things away, moving some stuff, and it's good to see a player like that taking that on and doing some housekeeping and keeping his place clean and helping out. But I went in another night and Colby Bird was he was in the ice bath, and Adam and White, both brothers, were in the weight room, and that means a lot to walk back into this program and to see those kids kind of develop and learn what it takes to be exceptional, not just good, but exceptional, to put that time in and to work behind the scenes as the running back breaks free up to about the 25, still on his feet. Was that 29?
That was number 29.
Yeah, 29.
I feel very bad not knowing this kid's name.
I do too.
Yes, I wish we had at least a practice jersey roster.
I'm going to look and see if we might get lucky and figure out who this is. No, I don't know who that is. I went through that list right then, folks, and trying to see if I recognize the name with a skill player here, and I don't know who 29 is. Doing a heck of a job for the backfield, though.
Just made a call down to the sideline. Number 29's name is Caleb Neese.
Caleb Neese. Caleb doing a fine job. Didn't know Caleb was coming out of the backfield for the JV team, but Caleb looking good in the backfield. Give him a shout out.
Yeah, doing a very good job, running the ball very well. Looks like almost some of the varsity running backs we've seen tonight, the way he hits the hole and is able to power through it.
Caleb's another lumberjack middle school football player and now a high schooler that's developed, come a long way in his career, and looking good here for the JV Bobcats late in this session.
Yes, hopefully he's a player we see develop more as he continues to play.
Yeah. Hard to recognize these guys. Some of them's growing up on me. I don't recognize them. Looks like he's wearing number 5 regularly, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But Caleb doing a great job wearing number 29 here tonight.
Could be a good player to watch at the tail end of the game if the score gets away from another team or whatnot.
Well, we hope we play well enough to have a couple of those. You never know how the season may go, but
yes, that's always the hope when you look at your schedule, but you never know how it can turn out. As anyone would say, any given Friday.
Yep.
As you were saying earlier, planning session with Coach Moore and Coach Holcomb is a quarterback stream. I'd say a long huddle with Coach Allen and Coach Jeremy Moore is a lineman and running back stream, as both are two ex-offensive linemen who played and had great success here in our program at Breathitt County High School.
Counter, trap, down your throat.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a little inside and outside zone mixed in every once in a while.
Maybe a little inside zone. That sounds about right for those two.
Yes. Of course, being coached by both of those guys, they are two hard-nosed coaches who love the run.
JV team will line up once again.
But they'll put Wyatt Spencer lined up behind the lineman.
Fugit will hand off in the backfield. Caleb again drives forward. And this is a lot of good minutes for these kids, too. You know, they're playing some good competition. And minutes they may not see in a regular game.
I think I mentioned it while you were out. This is a good opportunity for them to get in under the lights on Friday night and to get some working against a team that, even though this may not be the exact team who won that Class A championship, it's still players who, it's still their practice squad guys who went out there and gave them a good look, and there's still players who can play with these guys who just aren't at the starter level yet, or younger guys who are developing into players they will use later on.
And you bring up a good point in the fact that, you know, these guys may be JV, but they're your scout team during practice, and they're the ones that make your starters better. And it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job being on the scout team and being on the practice squad. And like you said, it gives out both squads good minutes and definitely some good players out here and some good competition.
Yes, like you've mentioned before, mountain football, your numbers are low, and I've had to do some scout offensive line. It is a slog, especially after Team O. But once again, I've been told by a few of the players, they even give out a offensive player of the week, scout team player of the week award.
Fugit rolls out, going to pitch.
Nearly caught by Wyatt Spencer. Would have been a big play.
I think Wyatt was just ready to run before he caught it. So he was ready to pick up the feet and move the zip code up a few more yards and drop the pass. Coach Allen with a pat on the back says, "You'll get the next one."
Very common in some players. There's ready and raring to run, but sometimes they forget they got to catch that ball and tuck it first.
Offense gets set for the JV squad. Fugit in the backfield at quarterback. Nace just to his left.
It is also very good to see these guys that here playing well and developing well, because
Nace going to be chased out of there. He makes one tackle miss. We'll get out of bounds up around the 47. Yeah, I think they'll take it to the 47-yard line.
As I was saying, it's really good to see these guys out here developing real well, because like we said, the biggest story this year for the Bobcats is all these seniors. And even though, you know, you got all these guys that are so like football knowledge, intelligent, so like weathered, they're veterans, they're gone after this year. And that could make some big problems, because right now 4 of your 5 offensive linemen are seniors. One of your running backs is senior. So it's great to see these guys out here playing well against good competition and developing them well, because that shows if they can play well against Sayre's JV, who's given their varsity a look, they can play well against our varsity and give them a good look as well, week to week. And then these guys can develop into great varsity players as they go up through the program.
Coach Allen and Coach Moore make the call. Offense gets set. Caleb Neese moves back to the left. Fugit ready to take the snap. Give. Keep. Fugit with the keeper up to the 50. Drives forward. Good run for
really good run from a young quarterback. Good awareness, pulling that ball and being able to fight for the first down.
Really good showing for the Bobcats here tonight as they come in and they, play Sayre really tough in the first half. Got on the board early with some points and made some good plays early they looked alive in that first quarter, and it's good. It's good to know a team comes out alive and ready to get the job done early, get some points on the board defensively. They played strong. We talked about how well they executed, and even in the JV session, they've looked good. A good night for the Bobcats. Good night for football here on the Riverbank.
Exactly, and you can feel it in the air here tonight too. Everyone is now excited because you come in here, you play well against this the Class A state champions, and you do very well. And your varsity threw 2 and about a good throw and catch by the Bobcats, but they play 2 straight quarters of good football, and they come out here for one drive and into the second half, and they do well too. And it's a good feeling to know, especially if you're a Bobcat fan, that you think your team's going to be very good.
Yeah, good outlook for the fans. You know, they're looking down the schedule and looking for some big things in the district, and it's not going to be. There's teams like West Carter that could surprise some people. We talked about Hazard. There's always the Letcher Centrals. I don't know a lot about Middlesboro, that first game of the season, but I'm sure that Middlesboro, like I said, they always put their best players on the field, and they always have a top-notch product over there in that program.
They've always played us tough too.
Yes, they've always played Breathitt County tough, and that's one thing that we haven't talked a lot about is Fugit on the keeper again, the quarterback around the right end, up the field on the sideline, going to be brought down up around the 20-yard line and get a penalty.
Horse collar tackle on the end of it
from the back. One thing we didn't talk about much, but it seems that it's that way, Evan. A lot of places where we go, we always get everybody's best game. They're going to get up for Breathitt County football, and it's not just the stadium and it's not just the field. It's the tradition and it's the background, and people know when that blue gets off the bus that we mean business, and you're always going to get everybody's best game. So that says a lot about this program and a lot about Breathitt going forward.
Most definitely. It's very exciting too to know that you're going to get everyone's best game, because it could just be great game after great game after great game. That's what you hope for.
We're finishing up the series here for the JV. The lights go out on the scoreboard, and the coaches are out still talking. The players, some of the varsity players lining up at the 50, getting ready to shake hands. I think the varsity's got another play, maybe 2 left. But we talked about such a great night of football here on the Riverbank. Looks like the JV's going to wind up their session. I think they'll have one more play.
Most definitely, Rob. It's been a great night for Bobcat football all around.
Fugit with the pitch to Neese. Neese around the left end, going to be chased by the Spartans. Neese into the end zone. Caleb Neese will score. Bobcats, if the scoreboard was lit up, we'd put up another 6 for the JV. And that'll do it here for the Bobcats and the Spartans, as the Breathitt County team played host to Sayre, last year's 1A state championship, coached by Chad Pennington. Great program coming to us. We appreciate them coming up the Mountain Parkway and coming to Breathitt County to take part in this scrimmage. And it really gives us a good judging point from where we are and where we've come from. And we talked about the execution and the things that we've done right. And I'm sure Coach Pennington's learned a lot from tonight, and the people that he can put in different places and where he can plug and play. Great night of football on the Riverbank. We appreciate all you fans tuning in. And Evan, any final words from your standpoint, your point of view here tonight?
Just going to be an exciting year of football, Rob.
I think it will be.
Yep. Now, folks, we want to remind you, next week's game against Millsboro will be played on Saturday at 7 o'clock rather than a Friday night. We'll be going down and playing them on Saturday.
So next week will be a Saturday night light instead of a Friday night, but we'll bring it to you here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We appreciate all you fans tuning in as we kick off the 2025 Breathitt football season here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll continue to bring you all the coverage and bring you through the district, hopefully into a regional championship this year, and see how far Coach Moore can take his Bobcats. Once again, thanks for tuning in. For Darren Back, Evan Miller, I'm Rob Hounshaw. We'll see you next week on Bluegrass Sports Nation.